Hello Asbury family, my name is Jay Nichols and I serve as the chairperson of the Finance Committee here at Asbury. I'd like to take a few minutes to update you on the financial status of the church, as well as provide you with information regarding the 2022 operating budget. As the pastoral team has shared with us, we've weathered storms on multiple fronts during 2021, but your generosity and commitment to helping others never faltered. Our pastors challenged us in December to end 2021 well and start 2022 strong. I'm happy to report you did just that. December 2021 was the largest contribution month in Asbury's history, with more than $1 million given to missions and ministries. Because of your generosity and support, Asbury not only met our budgeted giving for 2021, but exceeded it by more than $88,000. This is the first time in 5 years that Asbury has met its budgeted giving goal. The Finance Committee works closely with Asbury's staff and ministry leaders to ensure all are being good stewards of your gifts and offerings. In the past year, Asbury was able to come in under budget on expenses. This, combined with your generous giving, resulted in a surplus of $480,000 at the end of 2021. The Finance Committee is working to determine how to best use this surplus to further enhance the transformational work being done by our church family and to ensure we can continue this work for generations to come. As we prepared for 2022, the Finance Committee worked closely with staff and ministry leaders to develop a budget that we believe is appropriate and realistic for our church. The 2022 operating budget for Asbury is just over $4.5 million. From the chart, you can see that 4 main areas: missions and outreach, apportionments, facilities, and personnel make up 88% of our total budget. First, 10% of every contribution, gift, or offering is immediately set aside for missions and outreach. We like to think of this as our church's tithe back to the community we live in, because missions and outreach in this area have been part of Asbury's DNA since our founding in 1986. During 2022, the Missions and Action Committee will distribute more than $440,000 to further the kingdom and support our neighbors through projects like tornado buckets, our food pantry, collaboration with community partners, and monthly hands-on mission projects done right here at Asbury. Next, 11% of our operating budget goes towards our apportionments with the United Methodist Church. Much of these funds go toward conference missions and ministries as part of the North Alabama Conference of the church. We think it's important to honor the connectional nature of the United Methodist Church. We're happy to report we paid 100% of our expected apportionments in 2021 and will continue to do so in 2022. The next section of note is our facilities. This section makes up 23% of our budget and reflects items like the mortgage payments each month, power, water, gas, telephone lines, all the other things that help the physical church function from day to day. Most of these items are fixed costs, and our trustees committee has done a great job keeping these costs as low as possible, given the size of our campus. The Finance Committee and trustees want to continue to keep these fixed costs as low as possible, and are happy to report this area is actually slightly smaller than 2021's budget this year. Last, the personnel section makes up 44% of our budget. This includes payroll and benefits for Asbury's pastors and staff. It also includes items you may not think about, like background checks for volunteers and staff, insurance benefits, and retirement contributions. In growing and healthy churches, this segment of the budget ranges between 40 and 60% of the overall spending. The Finance Committee and Staff Parish Relations Committee are committed to keeping this percentage less than 50%, and are glad to report we're doing that again this year. The remaining 22% of the operating budget goes to our ministry areas like adult and family ministries, communications and media, and all of the other vital ministries and services that Asbury offers to our congregation and community. In October of 2021, the Finance Committee launched a website to help keep you, the congregation, informed about the financial status of the church and to improve transparency. The 2022 operating budget chart, as well as more detailed information, is available on Asbury's website under the Give section. You can also go to asburyonline.org/financial to access the same information. Once the Finance Committee and Church Council have met and approved the previous month's financial report and summary, that information is also posted for the congregation to view. If you haven't taken a few minutes to look at this page, I encourage you to do so. On behalf of the Finance Committee, I want to thank you for your generosity in 2021 and continued commitment to the amazing work Asbury is doing in our local and global communities.